Hello, people. It's me, Danny Graham. Welcome back to my show, Comment Chats. Before we get started, I want to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. Please give me positive feedback. Please give me a thumbs up. I need and want your subscriptions. I need and want your positive feedback. I need and want your remarks, the responses. I need for you to give me a positive feedback, and I want to answer any questions you may have. Today I'm going to talk about a movie I went and saw earlier this week or this past weekend. That movie is Joker. Joker stars Joaquin Phoenix, and it is a very, very good story. Now, when I first went there, I was looking for a comic book story. If that's what you're going to look for, you're not going to get a comic book story. And before I get deeper into this is going to be a full spoiler. A full spoiler. So if you have not seen the movie, don't watch this. Now, Joaquin Phoenix stars the Joker. His name is, I can't think of it, Arthur, I think his name is on here. Arthur has severe mental illness. He has a job as a clown, trying to go to different businesses and advertise and drum up business. Now, a lot of people, first of all, going to try to compare him to the Heath Ledger's Joker. In my opinion, I like Heath Ledger better. Joker, played by Joaquin Phoenix, is a different Joker than what we are accustomed to seeing in the comic books. Now, if you're looking for a straight up comic book Joker, in my opinion, Heath Ledger has this hands down. He was the better Joker if you're sticking totally to the comic book world. But if you're sticking to a world that could happen to us in the real world here in 2019, then Joaquin Phoenix is that person because this movie definitely goes in on how mental illness is definitely a problem, definitely an issue that's not going away, and how it seems to be ignored. Now, in the past, we've seen all different Jokers from Jack Nicholson. We've seen Jokers from Cesar Romero, who started in 1966. Heath Ledger. Mark Hamill did the voice for the cartoon Joker. And again, Heath Ledger won an Oscar award for portraying the Joker, which again he did an excellent job. But I'm going to say this again: that was the comic book Joker. If you're looking for the real world, what could happen, Joaquin Phoenix did it because basically he was on 7 different kind of medications. He continuously had negative thoughts. He was trying to do the right thing, but life just kept dealing him dirty, unfair hands. On the very first scene, he gets beats up by a bunch of juveniles that take the sign he was holding up, trying to drum up business, and goes over his head. Not to mention Thomas Wayne, who at one point we believe is his father, which would make him and Batman half brothers. But we find out later on that Thomas Wayne is not his father, but that his mother had a mental illness as well, and she lied to him all the years. He read a letter that she read to Thomas Wayne because she had hopes that Thomas Wayne would help her get out of their poverty, but he didn't. He explained to Joaquin Phoenix Joker that he was adopted. There was mental illness. Joaquin found out about it. This was a really, really bad day, which set him off. So he went back to the hospital where his mother was hospitalized when she found out that he killed 3 people in self-defense, I tell you. And he went back to the hospital and killed her. Once he killed his mother, that kind of really pushed him into becoming the Joker. There was another guy at his job who set him up, pretty much told him that he had a gun, gave him the gun, told him he had a gun, got him fired. He killed that guy right in his house. So once he stopped taking that medication, the combination of just getting dealt bad hands, being treated unfair, not being understood. He was also a thriving comedian, wasn't very good at it. That got publicized on a TV show which he loved to watch every night, kind of like the Johnny Carson show. The guy made fun of him on that, so it was just a bunch of things piling on him, and the fact that he wanted to be a Wayne but wasn't. The fact that Thomas Wayne pretty much assaulted him and told him that he was nothing but a clown. And so with all that, this boiling and festering, he just snapped. And when he snapped, he just did whatever um, that was instinct for him. This Joker was instinctual, not like Heath Ledger's Joker. Heath, Led- Heath Ledger's Joker had, in some ways, was Batman's equal. He could sit down, he could reason out things, he could plan things, he was intelligent, knew how to get under people's skin. This Joker is just strictly instinctual. If you hurt him, he's gonna hurt you back. Um, he tried to do the right thing, seeing the right thing is not happening, so he just gonna do whatever feels good. Um, what was really interesting about this movie is that there were certain parts of the movie that you see things that was kind of cool. There was like a love interest, but come to find out at the end of the movie, or close to the end of the movie, a lot of those love interest scenes that we saw was just in his mind. So you can't really tell if you watch the movie, you think certain things happen. You're like, well, how did that happen? Most likely that's going to be something in his mind because he was very delusional, wanted things his way. Whenever you see parts where he's talking very coherent, like a regular person, and not doing crazy stuff or laughing hysterically, that's part of the delusion because he has some kind of ailment where he would just laugh uncontrollably. If you remember seeing that scene on where he's trying to play with a little child on the bus, when the mother confronts him and tells him to stop, he starts laughing because he have an ailment that he just uncontrollably laughs. So he had a card that he gave to her and tell her what was going on, but she still kind of gave him the stink eye. So combined with the laugh that whenever he gets into trouble or gets nervous or any kind of confrontation, he starts laughing. Combined with he has taken 7 medications that aren't working, and the fact that his mother lied to him, who he loved and adored, he just had a bad day. When he had that bad day, he snapped, and with that gun, he killed 3 people on the subway that attacked him in self-defense. He killed the guy at the job that lied to him, that was pretty much an asshole. There also was a little midget with the guy, but he didn't kill little midget. He let little midget go. Now there was a time when he went into the home in the real world of the love interest of the woman that he liked. I can't tell whether or not he killed her. It doesn't say. He goes in the room and he in her apartment and she asks him to leave, but then this flips to another scene. So we don't know whether or not he actually killed her or not. She had a little girl. Um, but when I first saw this movie, I was really kind of like, because I was going in with the intent of it being a traditional comic book movie. It is not. It is something that everyone who has any dealings with mental health or any family members with mental health should definitely watch because it's going to open your eyes. It's going to make you look in the mirror and say, am I really ignoring and trying to sweep this issue under the rug, or am I really trying to do what's right? It's definitely a movie that is going to emphasize some social issues that we have. Um, it is not a movie that you need to take your child to or you should let your children see unless they're teenagers, high school at least. It's very, very violent, very, very dark. But there's going to be a comparison, like I said, against whether Heath Ledger Joker was better or whether Joaquin Phoenix Joker was better. Um, there are some people that said Heath Ledger only got the Oscar because he died. I hope that's not true because I think his Joker was awesome. Joaquin Phoenix is definitely going to be nominated. He probably will win. He should win based on what I see. I hope that he wins because this is only going to strengthen comic book movies. But tell me if you like my little 5 cents, 2 cents on this movie. Again, it's definitely worth your money. You should go see it. It's an adult movie. Do not take your children. Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job. This is something that could happen in real life. So just go in mind and realize it's not going to be a comic book movie. It's going to be a movie that is specialized in talking about mental illness. See you later.